Saul Canelo Alvarez says he is and should be number one pound for pound ahead of Vasily Lomachenko and Terence Crawford. Now, I've already said this. I said it's amazing that they do the pound for pound list and leave out Canelo Alvarez. I don't know how that is, but I said if you're going to talk about pound for pound, it's Canelo Alvarez. I got videos on it. You know what I'm saying? Go back and check my receipts. You know, I got videos on it. Then I said, if you're not going to put Vasily Lomachenko, if you're not going to put Canelo Alvarez at pound for pound number one, then the pound for pound number one status goes to Terence Crawford. I've been said this, you know what I'm saying, a long time ago. But Canelo Alvarez makes it clear. He said, I've done more. I fought better opponents. He's been in the game longer. I'm going to leave the article in the description box so you guys can read it and go for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just take a look and see. But I've always have said this about Canelo Alvarez. I'm just glad he's finally saying what everybody should know. There's no way in the world the pound for pound fighter in the world cannot be Canelo Alvarez. The man has just done too much in boxing. He has fought too many good opponents for you to leave this man out. It's disrespectful. It's asinine. I don't know how you could do it, but they do it. But the interesting thing that I noticed about this article is this article is particularly aimed at Vasily Lomachenko specifically. And you already know why you're getting called Lomachenko, so don't start crying. You know what I'm saying? Keep it fair. Same energy, remember? Same energy. All right? But as of right now, there's possibly no way in the world Vasily Lomachenko could be pound for pound number one with that franchise belt, French fry belt thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Nobody respects that. Even people who like him. Nobody buys that. You know what I'm saying? It's just no way that you guys can keep doing this. All the excuses, all the trying to expunge his record, trying to say he's better than somebody who's already accomplished what he has accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Giving him props for almost doing something rather than Terence Crawford has already done it. You know, but those are episodes reserved for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But back to Canelo Alvarez. When I read this article, I noticed they ain't talking about, they mention Terence Crawford name, but when they're doing a comparison about look what this person has fought and look what that person has fought, they only got Canelo Alvarez and Vasily Lomachenko up there. So you can know without a doubt directly who they're aimed at, because they want to keep pushing. They want to keep pushing Vasily Lomachenko as number one. You want to force feed it on people. Hence, like I always said, people like Ward, people like Roy Jones, hell, even Mike Tyson always had to prove theyself. It was never given to them easy. Never. It always, well, okay, well, you beat this person, well, go beat that person. Then you be pound for pound number one. Well, you didn't look that good. Go beat that person. Then you be pound for pound. But you keep trying to force feed Vasily Lomachenko on people. You know what I'm saying? Great fighter, but you can't keep trying to shove him down our throats. You're trying to make him the number one, when the number one should be Saul. Without a shadow of a doubt, it should be him. If you know boxing, there's no way that you can say it should not be him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that they give Vasily Lomachenko, besides the other underlying thing, is that this amateur don't count for nothing in professional. It just kills me how y'all keep trying to drag somebody's amateur into professional and give them accolades for staying in the amateurs too long. That is actually a bad thing, not a good thing. Like, they actually fooled the public into thinking staying in the amateurs that long was a good thing. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. But Canelo Alvarez is the pound for pound number one fighter in boxing. Canelo Alvarez actually is a franchise champion. He actually is. People say, okay, you talk about same energy, Bruce. What about franchise champion with Vasily Lomachenko and franchise champion with Canelo Alvarez? The difference is I don't need to see Canelo Alvarez in the ring with Canelo to know that he beats. I don't need to see Canelo Alvarez in the ring with Charlo to know that he beats Charlo. And should none of y'all need that either. Come on, man. These guys are getting outboxed by Korboff and Tony Harrison. Come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? Get real. I don't need to see that to know that. And he's already fighting better competition. Way better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you know, he lost to Laura and this. All right, man. I mean, y'all can go ahead and back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough fight, give him whatever. Hey, listen, ain't nobody beating Canelo Alvarez on those scorecards. Why? It's the epitome of a franchise champion. They got to keep that money rolling. So I understand that. That makes sense. But when you do it to Vasily Lomachenko, that is purely out of protection. It has nothing to do with money. Constantly trying to keep up a certain image because you want to keep a certain demographic in boxing entertained. It's the nature of the business. Boxing has always been this way. But one thing's for sure, I don't get the hate for Canelo Alvarez. I really don't. I don't understand why he can't get his credit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. It amazes me how much people don't want to. I don't know, it's because he doesn't speak English, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's Mexican or, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be somewhere related along them lines, you know? Like I said, Canelo would be an even bigger star if he just simply chose to speak English. But he's staying dedicated to his fan base and he's letting you know, yo, I'm all Mexican all day, 24/7, 365. And, you know, respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect to him. But I take my hat off to Canelo Alvarez. This guy has constantly improved. I've never seen him settle down at just one level. He's constantly changing, getting better. And you know another thing that Canelo don't get props for is his slips. Canelo be slipping hella punches, man. Hella punches. He don't get enough credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got a little touch of Pernell Whitaker in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy, I can't give him enough credit. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter whether I say it's Terrence Crawford, it's a problem. If I say it's Canelo Alvarez, it's a problem. I just guess it's because it just comes out of my mouth or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But if you're a real boxing fan, if you're really honest, if you're really straight down the middle, if you really take it for what it is, if you really compare resumes, if you compare the fact how long this guy has been boxing and been doing it at an elite level, there's no competition. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to argue about. It's an open and shut case. The number one pound for pound fighter in boxing is Canelo Alvarez until somebody does something better or bigger than him. And there's no way you could do it. He just got too much time on these guys. The question is, who's going to be the next Canelo Alvarez? Keep in mind, Canelo Alvarez took over Floyd's spot, just like Floyd took over Oscar De La Hoya's spot. The point is, who's up to take over Canelo's spot? I don't see him. Honestly, let's be real and put this in the comment section. Who do you think can take over Canelo's spot currently right now? Because I can tell you right now, there's not a boxer in the game. The only boxer that would even be close to attempted to be would actually be Anthony Joshua. But you can't really compare the two. He's a heavyweight, but that's it. But who can replace Canelo Alvarez? There is no replacement for Canelo Alvarez. But if you got an idea, and if you could think of somebody, which I don't know how, leave it in the comments section and then tell us why, because I would like to see it. But as of right now, there is no replacement for Canelo Alvarez. There is none. There is no comparison. This guy is pound for pound number one. All day, every day. It's no question. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Vane, I'm out.